Hello everybody, this is quixQuery here, and today we are back to play more Hermit Pack. And we are here on an island in the middle of the ocean, and I have been exploring and searching for the end fortress, the fortress under the ground in the overworld that has the end portal, and I found it, but after a lot of searching inside of the fortress and other stuff like that. But anyway, we are near these pirate ships and stuff, and I'm gonna continue explaining what all is going on, and how things have been going on one of these pirate ships. And so essentially I've been, that was not where I wanted to go. Just a moment. They're all walking the plank, my goodness. Aha, here we are. Okay. Now, so you might have seen me there just put on the dark helm, and you can also probably see the probe messages in the upper left corner over here. You can see that it is now telling me what each of the things are that I'm looking at, and so on and so forth. Super cool. That's because of a mod called the One Probe, and if we look it up, it's actually pretty cheap. The One Probe. And right here, and all it takes is a comparator, a piece of redstone, and a gold nugget. And this is a dark helm from Ender.io, and essentially it's just dark steel in a little helmet formation, and it gives you a dark helm, but you can combine things with it in order to make it like significantly better. And so we have added the One Probe to our helmet right there, which is super awesome. We also added our forestry spectacles to it, and we added a bunch of capacitors to it as well, and so now it takes charge, and that's what takes most of the thing rather than durability, which is super awesome. And so I barely take any damage now thanks to this helmet right here. It's pretty much an end-game helmet. And not quite end game, but it should be able to be enough to help us take on the Ender Dragon. Hey, get out of here. We don't need you. I'm stuck in a spider web. But, oh wow, lots of gold. My goodness. Anyway, we've been exploring, and so I was searching for stuff for the portal in the fortress. I was able to find the fortress pretty easily, but oh, there you are. But I was not able to find the portal, like, at all. I searched for, like, hours and hours. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So finally, I'm like, okay, I give. So I go into spectator mode, and I'm like, I give. Where on earth is this thing? It even took me a good, like, 10 minutes to find it, even in spectator mode. So I'm searching around, and finally I see it, and I'm like, oh no, you gotta be kidding. So it's not even attached to the rest of the end fortress underground. And, yeah, anyway. Pretty frustrating. But anyway, now we have the, silverfish spawner right here in our moving wand, which is all charged up and stuff. And we have a bunch of other good stuff. Put our steel chest plate on. And here is all of the loot that we got. We got a ton of loot. Oh yeah, check it out. Look at all this. 2 bow weapon cases. The bobble ring weapon case. Oh man, just all sorts of stuff, all sorts of good stuff too, like, yeah, anyway, so let's actually open up one of these a couple of these weapon cases. Let's see what's in the bow one first. And longbow. Broken. Oh, man. Common, broken. Okay, so that's pretty much garbage. Oh well. Let's see what's in here. Wind. What does this mean? Common provides speed too. Oh, snap. Nice. So I did get this in a different thing, but with speed 2. Oh man, now we can just walk around anywhere we want. That's actually super nice. That's like That's even better than the speed charm, which I actually got as well from dungeon loot here, from raiding the uh, fortress underground there. We are here mostly for the end portal, but you can see that I actually have a, what's it called down there, end portal waypoint. And if we go back, hop back over to this island right here, and head down into this cave right here, wherever it went. There it is. Okay, anyway, this cave. And down here, we can see that it's actually literally just visible from the surface right here. So we can hop down there, and I'll show you where this thing is. It's right down here, and I went exploring around everywhere trying to find stuff, raided the other places and stuff like that. So if I had dug through this wall and turned the corner, this is where it was. I explored like everywhere trying to find this thing, and so it's actually kind of funny because it is literally like built into the water, and so you can see the ocean out of most of those windows right there. It's pretty cool. But we need a few more blaze rods and ender pearls in order to make this work, and so we are going to head back home using this thing, an ender wing. And I have no idea how this thing works, but it's from Cyclic and it teleports us to World Spawn, and so we're just going to go back there. Woohoo! Waiting, waiting. Ah, ha! There we go. Okay. Anyway, super awesome. And since we need ender pearls, among other things, we can come back over here to our enderman spawner, which I have not messed around with too much since we made it. And we are going to pick up all of these conveyors because even though they are super nice and super useful, this is not how I want to do all this. And so what we are going to do is we are going to switch all of this out for dirt and eventually cursed earth, which is going to be different from what it used to be. Today I want to get mostly into the extra utilities 2 mod, but instead of using these conveyors, what we are going to do is use an attractor obelisk from Ender.io. And so what we need for that is a couple energetic alloys, some solarium, a machine chassis, and an enticing crystal, which is a villager soul vial, and an emerald, which shouldn't be too difficult to do. That's, by the way, that is in a soul binder, which actually means it costs 4 levels and 100,000 RF. 100,000 RF isn't too bad for the soul binder, actually, but we are still going to be using these punji sticks, and then we are going to pick all of the drops up with a vacuum chest or something like that right around here, and make the rest of it dark glass so that the light will not go into this chamber, and that's what we were going to do for this, and it should hopefully work super nice. But what we'll want to do is move this spawner closer to the top, place down our silverfish spawner and a blaze spawner, and actually we want to take up the silverfish spawner right now before we replace all of these stone blocks with other things, because we don't want to have to deal with a bunch of stone blocks being infested by silverfish. And we will have a bunch of different spawners in here, as well as the cursed earth on the ground, and so hopefully this should work pretty well, but we will see. We will see. Our other bow case was pretty garbage. I'm going to open up this one and hope it's a little better. Venom. Broken. Ah, pff. Uncommon. Draw speed 1.5. Okay. I'll put it back in there. Hopefully we come across more of those. This mob farm, we want to use dark glass from extra utilities, which has this recipe right here, and so we are just going to make that real quick. Oh, pff. Let's try that again. Make that real quick. Oh, pff. Now we're out of black dye. No, we're not. Ha! Take that. Okay, we have some. I'm not sure if this is enough, but we will try it right now and see how far we can get. on this, it looks like we might actually end up having enough. Yeah, we should. Yes, perfect. And now we even have a... And now we can even have a space right there for our vacuum chest. Awesome. Here we are, and we want to put our spawner down here, and currently we want never active. Yes, okay. For the moment being. And then we will put our silverfish spawner on top, and hopefully that won't spawn anything because everything is lit up. At some point we will put our vacuum chest right there, and provide... Hold up. Show range. If we show range, that should be enough to pick up all of the drops within our little area there. Oh no. No, no, no. Get out. Get out now. I don't want you here. Why are you spawning? Okay, let's quickly put a torch on top of there to help prevent that, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we have our attractor obelisk. It requires power, but it also requires a soul vial of the things that you want to attract to it. And so we are going to go get our blaze spawner, capture this silverfish in a soul vial, put that in there, and now all the silverfish that spawn here should be attracted to this thing right here. Maybe? He can't decide whether he wants me or that. He wanted that. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. The only question that I have regarding this is whether or not it will work when this is all closed off. But we will just have to see as far as that goes, and go get our blaze spawner and see how everything else goes. So this thing is working actually pretty well now that we have our blaze spawner, our enderman spawner on the bottom, and our silverfish spawner in the middle. The silverfish are kind of spazzing out still, but that is just fine. Now, some of you may be wondering why on earth I haven't used a torcherino in here, and that's because I have decided... This thing is loud. I have decided that I'm not going to be using the torcherino for most of my automatic farms, and just kind of a personal decision. And in my mind, the torcherino is there just to be used, but not to be overused, if that makes sense. Not to be like completely and wholly relied upon to be able to make all of your farms and stuff. The other mods are there for your farms. That's there to help you have a better time playing modded. So say things like forestry bees, which take absolutely forever for no apparent reason. Yeah, like that's a time when it's really good to use the torcherino. When you're just waiting around for your smeltery to finish smelting stuff, or just pouring stuff out, and all you're doing is sitting there waiting, then that's a time to use the torcherino. Not necessarily in like a farm or reliably. Like don't use it all. I don't use it all the time. I don't want to use it all the time. But I will use it as, say, a debugging tool when I was figuring out what on earth was up with my power system, why things weren't getting power, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why I'm not using a torcherino in this. But now you can see right here that this works superbly on the Enderman, and the only problem that we have with this is if we show the range on this right here, we can see that it does not cover the whole farm. And so what we want to do, actually, is add a capacitor to this so that it will work on more of the mobs in the farm. So that, say, like those blazes in the back right there will come closer to the front, and yeah, so on and so forth. But we can see that for some reason, the blazes are not dropping blaze rods, and I'm not sure if that's just an RNG thing or if it's something to do with the punji sticks, because normally blazes drop blaze rods, even when they're not killed by a player, I think. But we will have to look that up and see what's going on. But this does work excellently on the Enderman. Super well. But with all of the power we are using before we go slay the Ender Dragon, we are going to upgrade our power source, our solar array, which is now tier 1, into a tier 2 solar array. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully. So, this is by far the most expensive thing that I have ever done in Minecraft, modded or not, and so we are just gonna take up this tier 1 thing, so that we can use the blocks that we already have in our new solar array. And we want... Oh yeah, by the way, these new cables are the 3rd tier of mechanism cables. They're super nice. They transfer like 28k RF per tick, which is quite a bit. And those are just from the solar array here to wherever they're going. But now that we have all this, what we need is to go quickly into our ME system, though I have all the stuff on me. Actually, if I have all the stuff on me, then do we actually need to go into the ME system? Sorry, not ME, our RS system. We don't, but that's okay. Do we have a crafting? Yes, let's take one of those. Okay. Now, here we are. We have cleared out a little bit of extra space so that we have enough room for this thing. Okay, no, we have not cleared out enough space. We need an extra row right here taken out. Okay, awesome. Here we go. And it should start filling in using the blocks from my inventory. No? Ah, there we go. Okay. Now let's get down here and keep going. Okay. Awesome. It should. Ha! It's working! Nice! That is super awesome. Now we need to get out of here. First, I can't forget to configure the cable coming out of here so that it will pull the energy out. So check this out. Problem with the Enderman spawner. If we connect this cable up, which by the way goes to the Enderman spawner and the attractor obelisk, you can see that this thing starts going down pretty quickly. Not good. Not good, not good. Okay, things have been sorted out, ish, for the most part. I have messed around with the cables a little bit. Right now our Enderman spawner is off because we have quite a few Ender Pearls, and we also have some loot from some other mobs that have just randomly spawned in there. Super awesome. And a little bit of iron. But we need to figure out a better way of killing these guys off, because currently the silverfish aren't wanting to go onto the punji spikes. And the other thing is that the blazes aren't dropping blaze rods, and so those are big issues with this farm. And so if you know better ways of killing off these mobs, please comment down below, and I would love to hear your input on the situation and what the best ways are to kill off these mobs, because obviously these punji sticks are not it. But for the moment, we are just going to drop off some stuff right here. Actually, wait a second. Those can actually go in my inventory right there. These can go in there. And now we are going to go defeat the Ender Dragon. Awesome. Here we are. We got our last 2 Ender Pearls. And our portal is here. Yeah, there's our waypoint. And dun. Okay, where are we? We got Ender Lilies all around, which are the slowest growing plant, if I'm aware correctly. Ah, we got beehives. Nice. There's our Ender Dragon. I just realized I don't have a ranged weapon. That probably wasn't super smart. Okay. The Ender Lilies are not... Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow. Those are nether-looking ores around. Oh, yeah. That's loud. Anyway, I did bring some bottles here to collect dragon's breath. I died. Take two. Awesome. And, oh yeah, I still forgot food somehow. That's okay. We can still do this now with our slime sling. Aha! Yes! Aha! Wow, that does a lot of damage. Even when you're, when you have something on protecting you from most of it. This is totally the time for bees. Mm-hmm. Take that, Ender Dragon! Just sitting here eating my zucchini. So that fight didn't go quite as well as I had hoped, but you know what? In the end, we have beaten the Ender Dragon. We don't have to do it anymore. We got a bunch of stuff, and I've already put it in the RS system. One of the things we got was this dimlet parcel right here that we're going to look at. We got a biome type controller, ooh, a control circuit rarity 1, and a sky type controller. Nice. And a regular energy module. Very cool. But for the moment, what I want to do is continue to get into extra utilities, and there is something in extra utilities that caught my attention, and it made me wonder whether it would be any better than the thing that we already have going with our ore processing, our ore generation downstairs, and that is in the manual right here, and we can see that we have the extra utilities 2 manual, and this is just a temporary GUI stand-in, it says actually right there, but that is just fine. Oh boy, loot time! Iridium shards, weapon cases, blaze, nether wart. Where'd you go? What on earth? Did he just... I don't even know. Oh wow, tin cans filled with something. Another sack of storage. Ooh, nice. Let's open up this weapon case. Oh, I want to see what this is. It's a second tier weapon case too. Vine sword. Good. It's common though. Okay. Okay. Could have been better, but I'll take it. I will definitely take it. And another one. And let's open this one up too. Nightblade, ooh, flawless too. Fancy. Snap. That's super cool. More loot. Ooh, a bow case. I will take that, and I will also take the swapping wand. What is it gonna give me? Please be good. Black Widow, crude quality. Rare though. Nice. That's good. More loot right around the corner. Oh, drowning protection charms. Nice. Gold, slime pearl. I'll take all of those. In case any of you were wondering, this toaster here from the Cooking for Blockheads mod does work. It takes a little while, and it only does 2 slices at a time, but it does work, and it will. But if you use this crafting bench right here to make toast, it will put it in your oven right here rather than in the toaster. So just keep that in mind. If only we had torturinos in real life, then we wouldn't have to wait for our toast to pop up as much. So I realized this is a long story. Okay, so if we look at extra utils 2, we can see that this is the thing that we want. It's called a Quantum Quarry, and you have to surround it with Quantum Quarry activators, and it requires another star. And so I have been gathering wither skulls. I actually have gotten I got one from a skeleton skull that I had, and a bunch of these withered ribs, which you can actually use to craft wither skeleton skulls out of skeleton skulls. Super cool, but I got the other one from this fully automatic farm that I set up, essentially just a powered spawner. The attractor obelisk right here has wither skeleton soul vial in it, and this right here is a mechanical user that is left-clicking using the upper left slot, which has the ender, which, by the way, gives increased skull drops. And yeah, and so, but it's only doing that when redstone is active, and so if I turn this off, then it will stop. You can see right there, and when I turn it back on, it'll start attacking again. I've already gotten one skull from this. Super cool. I'm glad it works, and pretty soon we'll be able to have a third one, which will be right on our way to having that nether star. You ready for this? Best place to fight a wither? Best simple place to fight a wither? In a strip mine. Let's back up. Make sure I got my armor. Somehow he's stuck. That's not normal. This might be the easiest wither fight ever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the easiest wither fight ever. I'll take the nether star. Now, in order for this thing to work, we'll just start with this. Quantum Quarry requires endstone, which is why we killed the dragon, and stone burnt, and another star, which is why we killed the wither. Now, stone burnt requires a resonator, which I built. It's pretty simple, which we need polished, which converts then polished stone into stone burnt. Now, the resonator requires GP, or grid power, so we need to get a GP set up somewhere. To get started on this, we are going to make a manual mill, which requires some redstone torches around a log, and some polished stone and a resonating redstone crystal. And by right-clicking on the manual mill, we supply it with grid power, which then allows this polished stone to be turned into stern burnt. I can't say that right, for whatever reason today. Stern burnt. Okay, anyway, now we have our Quantum Quarry, which needs to be surrounded by Quantum Quarry actuators, which requires an end rod, some end stone, and diamond pickaxe, and we need 6 of these. You know what this means, right? We're in the end, getting an end rod and maybe some diamonds if we can find them. I have my slime boots on, and so fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about taking fall damage as long as I don't fall into the void. But you can see this is a pretty big end city, and it has a ship all the way over there. And how much? Oh, we're out of levitation. Okay, good. Okay, one more, and to the ship. Quickly, perfectly. Yes! Perfect! Aha! Now, if we can not get hit by levitation until we get in here. Awesome! Perfect! And we got some instant health too. Apparently we got local brewery because of that. I think I already have a brewing stand actually though. Oh, I should have run that with the pickaxe, but whatever, we're good. And I already have a shulker and a soul vial, and so we will just take this guy out. He didn't even give us any diamonds. Come on. Oh, what does this launch enchantment do? I'm actually very curious. Let's put a bunch of this stuff in our loot bag right here. Doon 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 doon. Okay, what do we have? Ender drones, awesome. Iron, gold. We have a soulbound unbreaking chest plate. We have Depth Strider 3 boots. We have protection for launch for unbreaking 3 boots. A proven grafter. Ooh, nice. Ender staff. I'm not sure what that does. 10 ingots. Bronze pickaxe. And a bauble rings weapon case, which we will open up and get something useful from. Wind. Oh, okay. I guess it's not that useful because we already have one of these, but whatever. We'll take it. And we can take the elytra as well. What's in this chest? Ambrosia. How do we make ambrosia? That is how I tell how rare it is. Oh, no. Recipe. There we go. Royal jelly, honeydew, wax capsule. Okay. So, decent. It's decent. I'll take it. Ooh, this heart container, which if we eat, gives us an additional heart right there. Super awesome. Woohoo! Loot! Shulker fight! They're all attacking each other, even though they don't give each other levitation. That's okay. And we have some more loot up here. So, check this out. We got a bunch of stuff. We got another one of these hearts. Super awesome. I'm gonna eat that right away, because I love having those. Oh, a nice diamond sword. And some more ender drones and a steadfast princess. Nice. Another proven grafter and some stuff in there. Oh, some more nice boots. Oh, that's even better than the other diamond boots I got. Super nice. Is there anything up here? It does not appear so. Cool. So I set up a little basic grid power system with a water mill with some water around the sides, and if we come back over here, we cannot place those down there. We can place this down right there though, and if we get rid of this gravel right here, and put these on either of any of the sides, each of the sides, it is working! Hey, we got this chest right here, and it is filling up with stuff, including ores and other things. And all we need to do is supply it with a little bit of power, which is super awesome. For the moment, I'm going to keep this thing running as well, but we'll see how this thing works out. It gave me even a sapling. What is this? Whoa! That's pretty cool. And if we sort this out, oh my goodness, that's actually really neat. Oh, and that's quick too. Oh, and if we give it a silk touch book, then we can get the ores themselves rather than the. Okay, yeah. I'm totally game on this. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and because of how expensive our tier 2 solar array is that we have out there, I have had to go scouting out in the nether to try and find some diamonds because we are completely and totally out. Yeah. So that was exciting, but what I want to do is give our new Quantum Quarry from Extra Utilities 2, we want to give it a Silk Touch book, and in order to do that, I want this thing called an Enchanter from Ender.io, which requires these diamonds right here, you see, and a book and a bit of dark steel. And so we actually do have enough for that, which is very nice. And so we will put it right there. And now, if you look, Silk Touch book right there. And all it requires is a slime ball and 15 lapis and 13 levels. We can cover the levels, piece of cake. But we just need some lapis, which we also do not have enough of. Let's actually get that processing. And a slime ball, which we also do not have. Oh man. We are pretty close to out of resources, but that is just fine. We here have our Silk Touch book, which we are then going to take downstairs and put in our Quantum Quarry over here. Aha. Silk Touch. Awesome. Now all of the ores like coal. Oh yeah, it's even coming out as stone instead of cobblestone. That's super nice. And we're getting spruce leaves instead of the saplings, say for example. That's super cool. Man, and clay. This is very nice actually. This Quantum Quarry. It actually seems cheaper than this thing, but it also doesn't produce ores necessarily as much as it produces, say, other stuff like cobblestone and other stuff like that. But that is just fine. So let me say, this thing is insanely powerful, super duper powerful. Man. We're probably going to, at some point, hook this up to the RS system upstairs. With the rest of our stuff and add some void upgrades to our cobblestone, stone, and add a bunch of other stuff right there as well. But that is all the time we have for today's episode. And I realize this might be running a bit long, but I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.